And we're back. Today we're going to be doing some work with some aluminum on the vehicle. So doing some different things, a little bit of firewall protection, starting to kind of box in the back air scoop area for the intercooler to try to direct airflow down through it. Those are kind of the two main things, and then I've got some other different material as well to be able to try to do some things for the floor pan underneath. So we'll take a look. We got a few different thicknesses of aluminum here. We've got some 60 thou, we've got full on 3/16, and then we've got 1/8 inch as well. So the 1/8 inch I'm going to be likely using for the firewall area, just to kind of cover up a little bit more here in around it, but need to keep some openings for my seat belt coming through. So trying to create a bit of a firewall there. We'll use the thinner stuff to be able to try to sheet in and cover essentially this back area for the intercooler, and then the thick aluminum is essentially the plate aluminum that I want to run essentially underneath the bottom of the car here, mainly kind of from the back of the gas tank all the way up as far as it'll reach, about 4 feet coming up. So that's kind of the goal for the underlying there, just some extra plating and armor so that if anything comes up from the road, it's not coming up into my right into my ass. So I want to protect the bottom side, but trying to use aluminum because it's, you know, a lot lighter than if we're trying to do something thick like that with steel on the bottom. So because the car is so low, if I ever go across a 2x4 or something like that on the highway, I want some underlying protection so I don't have something, well, essentially popping right up into my crotch, which would not be fun. So we're going to try templating out a few different things, drilling and tapping some holes, and trying to get everything all set up for all those different aluminum shrouds. All right, after a lot of fiddling around and grinding and get everything to fit, we've got everything all set up on our firewall here. We've got our nice little fasteners, drilled everything and threaded it. We've got room for our connectors onto the frame here for our seat belt. And we got now just a little bit of extra more firewall protection on the back end of the car here, just continuing up the one that was below it up to the top, and we've got our space here for allowing air to come into the top of the intercooler. So next up is just creating the pieces around the top, just to try to redirect that air down over the intercooler as much as possible.
A few moments later.
And there we have it, everything all finished up, side pieces cut, everything drilled and tapped to be able to enclose the whole back end, or basically the top of the intercooler. We can see here that we still have some pass-through down there. I might be able to do something on the back of that for an air filter going straight down into the turbo there. So we'll see about that. But yeah, everything kind of came together the way that I wanted it to. You know, definitely, I think when I start looking at the thick aluminum for the floor, definitely likely going to just mark that out and take that back up to the guys at 4-Star to cut it with the plasma cutter. Cutting that thicker aluminum was just messy and nasty. But overall, yeah, I got everything all boxed in, creating a nice little, essentially, hood scoop or top scoop to be able to grab all of the air and push it down over the intercooler. Yeah, so very, very happy with how everything turned out. And you know, not too bad. I like the little fasteners. I picked up a whole bunch of these little guys. I thought they were nice little washer fasteners for the car. So that ends another project on the car, on what seems to be the endless amount of projects that need to be done to be able to finish up this car. But made good progress today, and we'll pick it back up again another time for another new project.